Okay, so now we'll kind of just now I guess lead in traditional format. We'll lead towards more kind of competition. From a team sport perspective, how would you try and evaluate, or how would you try and quantify how much impact your speed-based training or speed-based improvements have actually had on competition performance? And Paul, I'm going to come to you first, mate.
Yes, I don't think there's any real easy way to do that, but there's a really easy answer, and it's watch game footage, and it's talk to the coaches and try and get their opinion on an athlete's success and effectiveness within a game, within these speed situations. So I think the only real way is to spend many an hour watching footage. Something I tried to do with my doctoral studies was isolate these different contexts within which sprinting occurs. So a fullback may perform an overlap in football and things like that. So if we could try and categorize some of the efforts into these contexts, we can maybe try and create a bit of an evaluation system. We can go quite qualitative, or we try and give category numbers to these and try and evaluate their ability in these specific efforts. Not easy to do, and I don't think it satisfies a lot of us with obviously a science background. It's not an easy thing to evaluate and quantify, but I think that's always got to be the key and the start point. And then obviously a lot of those tests that we may do from, JB's group, the force velocity type profiling of the sprint, those type of evaluation tools allow us to dictate our training more so. But I think ultimately the end point has to be watching game footage and trying to make some sort of a conclusion on their ability on a match day. Yeah.
Cool. Anybody want to add?
I just think to echo, because of the decision-making constraints and the fact that the decision-making can be such a rate limiter for any given player, that they might even be able to make a significant increase in these speed qualities, but not have the decision-making ability to leverage that. So I agree. We use a lot of JB's tests. We look at maximal velocity. We look at just overall qualitative movement. We use a lot of player feedback. Do they feel better when we are faster? I mean, that's one of the biggest things that we hear from players is, when I'm faster, I feel better on the field. And, they're saying that to coaches. That's a huge selling point. But ultimately, I think when it comes to actually using the game, and I agree with Paul, we have to look at it to try to get a sense of whether or not it's transferring. There's just so many variables that dictate one's ability to express speed that by itself, it's probably not the best indicator of whether or not your speed program is working.